Hello students. Uh, Now last topic is remaining, that is viroids and lichens. In the previous video we have discussed about viruses, definition of viruses, characteristic features of viruses and diseases caused by viruses. Both in plants and animals we have completed. Now last topic, that is viroids, are remaining. Now let me define what are viroids. As focus on the definition, what are viroids? So viroids are the infectious particles, but these infectious particles, they do not contain any protein. Usually the cell composed of nucleic acid as well as the protein, but here the viroids do not contain. In the virus we have seen nucleic acids were surrounded by protein molecules. In case of viroids, they are, of course, they are infectious bodies, and they are actually having nucleic acids without any protein. Okay, so what are the nucleic acids? Either DNA or RNA. But usually the viroids are going to cause the disease in plants, that is RNA. So RNA is a ribonucleic acid, which is a single circular that is nucleic acid. This is going to cause a disease in a plant, which is the first disease in the plant caused by this viroid, that is potato spindle tuber disease. If you see the structure of the infected potato, the structure looks like a spindle shaped, elongated spindle shaped, and it shows the stunted growth also. Potato plant shows stunted growth, poor growth, because of the infection caused by viroids. So what are viroids then? Viroids are infectious nucleic acids which do not have protein. So only nucleic acids are going to cause the disease. Now with reference to history, it was first time discovered by viroids were first time discovered by Dinier. So in the year 1971. Okay, as according to him, the viroid made up of only RNA without any protein coat and caused the disease called potato spindle tuber disease. Okay, so this is only about the viroids. The plant, it is going to cause the disease only in the plants. Now lastly, lichens are remaining. Already you are aware of lichens. What are lichens? Lichens are the organisms which are associated, algal and fungal associated with each other. Okay. So lichens always, they found in association, algal form associated with the fungal form. So both the members are associated with each other and they lead their life as a symbiotic association. So it is the association of algae and fungi. This is known as symbiotic association between the algae and fungi. Why they live as a symbiotic association means for their interdependency. They are interdependent on each other for the food and shelter. Okay. So usually the algal component, the algal part is called phycobiont. Phycobiont. The algal part is called phycobiont, and the phycobiont is autotrophic because algae contains chlorophyll pigment, hence they can prepare their own food, and that part is autotrophic part. So algal part is autotrophic and it is called as phycobiont, and a fungal part is called mycobiont, which is following the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It means it draw the moisture, nutrition, it supply moisture, minerals to the algal member. In turn, algae prepare the food material, supply the nutrition to the fungal part. Thus fungi supply that is minerals, moisture to the algal part, and algal part component supply the nutrition, food material to the fungal part. Thus both are remaining associated with each other in a symbiotic form. And the economic importance. Now what are the useful aspect of the lichens? So you might be knowing lichens are very economically very important. In what way they are economically important? First of all, wherever the lichens are grown, they form a peat and they provide the organic matter. They provide organic matter to the plants, because plants require nutrients and it forms the organic material. In the organic material, they add a nutrition, organic matter to the soil, and they increase the fertility of the soil for the growth of the plant material. So this is how one economic importance is, they add organic matter to the soil for the growth of the plant. Apart from that, the most important economic value importance of lichens are that they are the good indicator of the pollution. See, they are the good indicator of the pollution. It means what? It means what? It means that wherever the pollution is there, they do not grow. Suppose there is a lot of pollution, air pollution is there. Okay, lot of pollution is there. In such area, lichens do not grow. Lichens do not grow. It means that polluted area does not allow the growth of the lichens. They grow only in the absence of the pollution, and that this is how they indicate whether the pollution is there in the atmosphere or pollution is not there. Thus, they are the pollution indicator of the atmosphere. So, this is how they are helpful to the human being. So, with this lichens topic, we have completed the second lesson, that is biological classification. And the next videos we are going to start the third chapter, that is plant kingdom.